for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we're going to go directly into our first platform, which is myiesec.net. Let me just check. Awesome. So everyone can see it. The person that is writing in Manny is obviously not me. It's Francis, but he's trying to impersonate me. So Francis will start by presenting myiesec.net.
Okay. Hello, people. How are you doing today? I'm really happy to be able to join you guys early today. Okay, so not to waste any time, as Manny already stated, this workshop is not for you guys to just stare at or look at the entire time and not do anything about it, but to be able to actually practice it along as we go. So as far as talent management is concerned, or the talent management unit is concerned, today we are going to learn about two main things. And it's about registering members on the system of myiesec.net, and also about role assignment on myiesec.net. I know this is something that is a little bit confusing for quite a number of people already, because they constantly complain about the fact that myiesec.net is annoying and it's hard to use. But guys, honestly, I always tell my teammates, I love myiesec.net. And due to that notion, I'm actually going to go for a team change management program to integrate myself into GIS. So the first thing that we are going to look at, guys, if by any chance you have any questions, do not hesitate to type it in. I would read out the question and I would answer it. Okay, so if you guys are feeling as excited as I am, can you just write hashtag something? Something. Okay, so clearly you guys are very excited. Okay, so Robert, you already, but can you log in with your Yahoo account? Okay, super. So if you can log in with your Yahoo account, then I would quickly show you how to do it after that. But for the purpose of this particular webinar, I would ask you to please bear with us to go through the webinar. And after the webinar, I can take you offline or offline this webinar to show you how to change your details or your account details to your AIESEC.net account. Okay, super. I'm very happy that we are all on the same page. So, guys, as you may see, we are on the login page of myiesec.net. And under normal circumstances, if we had my computer, it would be my name there. But because it's Manny's computer and I don't have a Mac, this is Manny's login details. But that is not the first thing that we're going to do. We are not just going to log into myiesec.net. We are going to go to this part of the login screen, which says register here. Can you guys all see it? Okay, can you guys all see it? Okay, super. So I'm assuming everybody, yes, super. So on that note, we'll quickly go into register here. Can you guys all click it so that you can go and register again to be on myiesec.net? Is very important. For what we know, or for what I know, we are not going to recruit anybody into the alumni stage. So we are going to ignore that particular part, but we are going to recruit people into becoming members of the organization. So this is what we are going to look at, which is step one, your involvement with the organization, which is becoming a member. So you just click in the circle and then you go to next. So when you go to next, there's a very long list here that you would have to, or the participant would have to fill in to enable them to fully register to become a member. And I'm going to quickly fill this in so that everybody would see how easy and how quickly it actually can be filled in. And then nobody would say that, but it's too long a process and it takes so much time. Okay? Okay. So I'm Mr. Francis, but for this purpose, I would write Franny. My last name is Ansah, but this is Ansah Q instead. We also have my date of birth. Let's assume I was born on 2013, 1st of August, so I'm 1 year and 5 days old. Male. Country of birth, Afghanistan. Sweden for this particular purpose. Nationality, Swedish. Yes, I know you guys envy me because I'm Swedish, but it's all good. Current city, Stockholm. So then you go to current country that you're in right now, Sweden. Yet still. Phone number, we have quite a number of them here.
I wasn't even here. I did a lot of registration.
Mobile number. So guys, always take note of on myAIESEC.net, everything that has an asterisk with red next to it is very important or necessary to be filled in. All the other things can be ignored. It is not an important detail. But the things that have an asterisk next to it have to be filled in. Otherwise, you cannot proceed with the form that you're working on. Okay, so then you go to the AIESEC sign up. So your AIESEC office. Of course, because I'm Swedish, I signed up in Sweden, signed up in Stockholm, and reason for joining AIESEC. So they can choose any of them, either leadership opportunity to go on exchange, whatever, or for this particular purpose, I'll click other. First interaction with AIESEC through a friend and a poster with serious hope and belief in the material that we've created that is going to go around the entire campus. So we can move on. From there, we go to the academic background, and this is where you state the university that you are in. So for this purpose, I am from the University of Stockholm, and my degree, or the degree I'm working on right now, is a bachelor. Let's say agriculture. And my date of study is from 2013, May 3rd. I was born in August. How can I be go before that? However, that's the idea. And I will be graduating on 2016, whatever. So it's when you actually started your studies and when you end your studies. I'm a wonderful kid. Yes, I know. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so the country that I'm studying in is Sweden. And then we move to the next portion. Guys, by far, I hope you guys don't have any questions. I know you don't because you guys are very, very smart. Some of you are doing it as I'm also doing it. Others are like, but I know all of this already. It's fine. For security reasons, I would still go through the entire thing. Professional background. It is not necessary because most of the people that are in the organization or would be joining as members are going to be joining as students, so they may not have a professional background. So as you can see, there's no red asterisk next to it, so all of this part can be skipped. And then we move to the login information. So the display name that I want to see is Kiwi Blinks. That's the name that I want to see whenever I log in. It says, hello, Kiwi Blinks, or dear Kiwi Blinks. My email address is Francis Kweku Ansah at yahoo.com. Okay, so that is my email address that I want to use. The password that I want to use is AIESEC is great. I'm going to retype that password again. AIESEC is great. And then I don't have an alternative email and it is not relevant, so I can skip that portion also. And then we go to this last part, which is for just verification. So you just type in what is already there. I know that everybody is very familiar to this already. 7E. So then you click on, you agree with the terms and conditions. If you so wish, you can read them by clicking on this to read them first, but I agree and believe in this organization, so I will not do that. So after that, you just submit it. Okay, so because my email, the email that I inputted is already in the system. As you can see, it tells me here that please choose a different email address as this already exists in the system. So with that notion, I would have to select something else or put down another email address. So whenever you submit your form and there is a problem with it, you would have to fill in the verification again. So it's not that annoying. All the other details are still there apart from the verification that you have to fill in again. So guys, it has been submitted and my sign up is complete. Yay! So now we go back to the login page. Does anybody have any questions about the registration by far? Okay, that's a no, so we move forward. So now, since Manuel is an administrator on the system or has administrative rights on the system like each and every one of you, as you can see, there are 3 tabs here on the top right corner, which says Help, Admin, and Log Out. And to be able to ensure that each and every member that has been that has registered to join the organization is given the opportunity to actually be able to use the system, he or she has to be approved. And you can only do this at the admin tab if you are admin. And each and every one of you guys have been given this right. I personally saw to it that you guys all have this right on the system. So, oh, I'm okay. So I was talking about this from the point of view with the BPTMs. Sorry, not but however, you should actually be an admin because we went through the entire tab. Okay, Robert, we would tackle your case immediately after this webinar. So you and I have a date offline. Woohoo! Okay, amazing. So when you guys click on the admin, you come to this page where you can see approve or reject members, change user origin, country, blah blah, and all of this for this particular for the purpose of this webinar is not relevant apart from approve or reject members. So we click on approve or reject members, and to be able to find out for your specific local committee, you click on local. What did you say? Okay, you click on local and then you go to Sweden and you go to LC and you go to Stockholm because that's where I registered to. And as you can see, Don Kiwi Blaze at yahoo.com and Mr. Kweku, Mr. Ansah is here. And to be able to give that person the right to be fully functional on the system, you have to click on this and then go to approve or reject if you do not know this. How come we cannot update these applications? Zara, what do you mean? Yeah, you can reject or approve the applications that are already in the system or the registrations. Is that what you're asking for, Zara? No, you don't mark them as contacted here. You can leave a remark here about the people that you either approve or reject, but there is actually no reason to state that you've contacted or leave update about contacting them for whatever reason, because it's only about approving their registration to let them be members and be able to use myAIESEC.net. So their registration onto the system, and then with that you can assign them roles on myAIESEC.net. Because if they are not registered on myAIESEC.net, sir,
this is people that have done the subscription for MyAIESEC. So obviously there are people that already have passed selection. There aren't people that have been like contacted, because like no external usually gets to MyAIESEC on
yes,
on their
exactly.
own.
As far as tracking is concerned, yesterday we presented a tool for you to be able to track the people that you contact.
Yes, so you can just
yes, so you can put it there directly.
But I mean, these are not subscriptions. These are people who registered on the platform. So there are people who have already
been
ended
selected.
Their selection period.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so upon doing this, approving them, you give them the opportunity to be able to use myAIESEC.net, and also you are able to assign them roles on the system for whatever team that they are supposed to operate in. Okay, moving on. Does anybody have any question about registration onto the system? Excellent.
The Pollock sisters here are applying but not members yet. I should wait
if they have not been recruited as members and they are applying to become a member on myAIESEC.net, then that would only mean one thing, that they are potential EPs. Otherwise, I do not know why you would approve them on the system for.
And if they are EPs, you will only approve them after, like, I don't know, it's up to you, but.
Yeah. So if there are people that are currently working in the organization right now because they are filling in a specific role per your pocket recruitment that you had or whatever it is, then yes, of course, you can approve them and then give them a role on the system. But if it is for becoming a member and they have to go through the recruitment process, then it's ideal that you wait for them to go through the recruitment process first before you approve them. Cool? Okay, sawa. Okay, moving on. So are there any other questions for this? Okay, I suppose not. So we would move on to being able to create teams on the system. I know this is the part that a lot of people have challenges with. So as you guys can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs here, and all of them have very specific operations that they perform on the system. But for this, for being able to create teams on the system and being able to do role assignments, you need to go to AIESEC programs and then click on team leader. Every single one of you that have been assigned a role on the system and have been given rights and have the rights to even see the admin tab are all team leaders. So when you click on team leader, you see that there will be a quick shift, and you have manage team experiences, and then manage exchange experiences. However, to be able to create a team, you go to create new team. And let's say I'm creating an ICX team, Stockholm. So I would say LC Stockholm ICX team. And I would write a summary about what the team is for. So ICX delivery. This is just something really quick so that we don't spend so much time here. But with the planning tool that you have already, you would already have the team purpose. You would have the team measures of success and everything there, so you can easily fill this in. Then we go to the scope of the team. So the team would be in LC Stockholm. You also ensure that you indicate that. And the team would be functioning for IGIP and or ICX if we wish it so. And since it's a delivery team, so the exchange processes that is concerned with the team would be realization and delivery. We click on that. And as far as the goals is concerned, since the planning tool also enables you to have a better idea about the MOSs that you have in the organization, or for each and every LC per the JIP or the GCPs that you have, you can fill that in. However, this is very optional and you can decide not to fill this in. So we have the dates of the team. So how long is the team going to be in existence? You always create it from the first day or from the actual date that you're actually creating the team. So you cannot create a team to be in existence from the past. So you do it with the present date, which is the 6th of August. And let's say the team is supposed to be in existence up until December 31st. So up until December 31st. And if you have a team picture that you want to input here, or there's a particular picture that the team has that you think is pretty and would be ideal for it, you can fill in that here. But we do not want that right now, and we don't have any. And this is for team content. So what is the content of the team? So this is more of breaking down the summary that you have already put there. So the ICX team would ensure the delivery of the processes of ICX to interns or EPs or whatever it is, and then this will be done by this number of people or whatever it is. So you just put down the content of the team. So after you do that, however, this is also very important that you do, because if you do not do this, you cannot continue, because as you can see, there's a red asterisk next to it here. So after you do that, you just click on create team. And immediately you create a team, there will be a Google email address that is generated for the team automatically by MyAIESEC.net. So whatever team that you have, if you assign a person to the team, you can use this email address to send an email to the group or each and every participant that has a role in the team. So this ID you can use, but it's optional if you already have their email addresses and you feel that you can just type it in. It's also entirely up to you. But MyAIESEC.net generates this automatically. So you click on OK, and voila, the team has been created successfully. But what you should know is that in as much as the team has been created, you cannot view the team. So if I go to Teams right now and I type in LC Stockholm ICX team,
it's not an actual email,
yes.
Manuel. It's more of a mailing list.
Yes,
so
it's a mailing list.
Include that in your destination. Mm-hmm. It will send to all of the people that are part of that.
Exactly. Okay, so we go to Teams and we search for LC Stockholm ICX. As you can see, there are no records of it. And who can tell me why this is so? Anybody at all? Because I mean, MyAIESEC.net already told us that the team has been created successfully. Okay, does it work to share Google Docs with the group, email and other for everyone? Yeah, it's a mailing list, so yes, you can actually do that. But guys, back on track. So can anybody tell me why we cannot search for the teams directly from here, even though MyAIESEC.net told us that the team has been created successfully? Anyone at all? Yes, exactly, Robert. It has to be approved. That is it. So admin has to approve it. So again, you go to AIESEC programs, and then you go to team leader, and you go to approve or reject teams, and you click on this. You of course fill in these details as you're supposed to. You go to Stockholm, and you search. And when you search, you can see that there's only one team here that has currently been created for AIESEC in Stockholm. And you also approve, and then after that you go to approve or reject. You click on this, and then the team will be approved. Okay, so now the team has been approved. So now I'm going to search for the team again, and as you can see, it pops up immediately because the team has been approved. So that is how to be able to create teams on the system. And I hope that you guys all know how to do it now, and there are no questions because it's pretty straightforward. So now we would move into role assignments really quickly because we do not have that much time, and there are quite a number of other things that have to be introduced. So for role assignment, now you actually do not need for the applicant to apply for a role that has been created. Once the team has been created, what you just do as a team admin is just go to manage team experiences through AIESEC programs and then team leader, and then you click on role assignment. When you click on role assignment, you search for your team quickly. So, and then you click on if we want to assign roles for either team member or team leader roles. And I know that all the team role assignment that we're going to be doing is for team leader or team member roles up until the end of our terms when we have to reassign to the new president or the EBs. So you click on this, and then you go to assign, and then you see that the team will pop up. If I did this as a search for AIESEC Sweden directly, you would see all the list of teams that are currently in existence. So we click here, and we go to search for the person. So you have to search for the individual that you want to assign the role to. So because Francis applied, we go to Francis, and we go to last name Ansah, and we search. Guys, there are so many ways that you can search for the people. You can do it directly with their login email addresses. You can do it with their names, and also search through the country of origin. You can do it with their titles, with their gender, with their date of birth, or whatever it is. But however, the most simplest one for me, and I would recommend for you, is with their names or with their email addresses. So after you put this in, you go to search, and it will search for a bit because of the number of people that may possibly also have this name. Okay, so it says that there are no records found for Francis Ansah. And so now I'll go back and search for Don Kiwi Blaze at yahoo.com. And before I continue, I would have to wipe this off. Otherwise, this would also constitute to the search parameters. So you clean anything else. Okay, so apparently the name is not fully functional on the system right now. So I would also wipe this again, and I would use my real name. I don't want to be part of the ICX delivery team of AIESEC in Stockholm, but for the purpose of this, I will just quickly use this. Okay, my AIESEC.net is loading gradually.
First problem, it's slow.
Yeah, but guys, I really like my AIESEC.net. Okay, it's taking a while. Okay, guys, so it's just quickly going to, when it's done loading, it would show you the person that you're looking for, you want to assign the role to. And with that, you would choose either a team member or a team leader, because we chose either team member or team leader. And also you can, why is it taking so long? Okay, guys, you guys must be really happy to be going for GIS right now, but I will miss you, my AIESEC.net. Okay, I'm making it more specific. AIESEC.net. Okay, so as you can see, it just quickly went there. And to be able to assign the roles, you can just click on Assign New Role. And yes, exactly. Woohoo! And if the person is operating as a team member, you choose team member, or as a team leader, you choose team leader. You can decide to change the title here. However, you can also leave it just as team leader, as it is for the ICX team, but it's almost always ideal that you try to give them like a good role name, and so that they feel more appreciated in the teams that you operate in. The job description can be put here or in summary. However, it is not a necessary portion to be filled in. And the areas of responsibility. So for the ICX delivery team, I will be working with exchange management and possibly customer relations and support. Then you click that. And the exchange process, of course, would also be realization and delivery. Guys, if you choose anything else when you were creating the team, you cannot assign anybody to any exchange process that has not been chosen when the team was being created. So as you can see here, it says that the exchange process supported by this team are realization and delivery. So that is the only one that you can choose. And then after that, you choose the date or how long the team is supposed to, the role is supposed to be valid for. And guys, note that match is also realized for TMP and TLP. So each and every role that you assign on the system has to be at least for 8 weeks. So each and every role that you assign on the system has to be for at least 8 weeks. Otherwise, it would not be realized or recognized on the system. And it's actually part of the team minimums that we do not have any team in existence for less than 8 weeks. So if I start from the 6th of August, then I cannot, the team, the role cannot be less than up until the 6th of October. So let's just say the 12th of October. And I can assign the role directly from there. And voila, new role has successfully been assigned to the selected member. Okay, guys, so that is it from me today as far as role assignment and registration on myAIESEC.net is concerned. Does anybody have any question before I hand over to Manny to take you through the rather complex stuff? Okay, so if you're all on board, can you please just type, okay, why assigning roles on myAIESEC.net? Okay, so we assign roles on myAIESEC.net to be able to check for the number of experiences that we are providing in terms of team member and team leader experiences. So that is one of the primary reasons why we do this. And without actually keeping identifying these things or recording it on myAIESEC.net or any of our systems, we cannot also track the type of quality and experience that we are delivering, because each and every member that is assigned a role will receive an NPS survey, which is a Net Promoter Score survey, that would give us a better idea of the experience that we provided to the individual, and will enable us to either improve upon it or know about the shortcomings that the LC faced, and then open a case for that individual and make that person's experience a little bit better, or work on that person to be able to retain the person, or move that person from being either a detractor or a passive to becoming a promoter of the organization. Cool? Okay, if we are all on board, can we all just write sawa, 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 hashtag sawa. At sawa. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, it's enough. So Manny is going to take over. And if you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to contact me. For the VPTMs, I would also have another meeting to further give you more info about role assignment and role editing and things like that later on. And Robert, we have a date immediately after this to be able to correct all the wrongs that myAIESEC.net has done to you.
Ooh, a date. You're in trouble, Robert. No, I'm kidding. Okay, guys. So after exploring the world of TM in our soon to be extinguished, we want to kill it forever with fire platform. We are also going to explore the complicated and slow world of OGX in myAIESEC.net. That is why we're going to kill this off. So anyway. I'm going to start by logging out. I'm not going to go through the whole process again, but I'm going to explain the OGX process on myAIESEC.net through the eyes of both the EP who is applying and the you, the VP OGX, or you, the responsible for OGX, or that is going to do all the steps with that EP. So the first thing that your EP does, once he gets selected, is registering on myAIESEC.net. So he does exactly what Francis said, and he fills in. He fills in as a member. Exactly. So he selects member and he fills in his application. As soon as that member has done his application, you do exactly the same steps as TM. You go to the administration option, and you go to approve reject members. You go to your Sweden local, you go, oh,
you love myAIESEC.
Yeah, exactly. Gothenburg, you see the pending requests, for example, and you see that there is this girl, Yue Zhu, who
we do not know.
Who we do not know, but let's pretend she applied. So you just go to the status, you select approve, and then you update the request status so that that person is accepted. Awesome. So now that person can log into myAIESEC. And when that EP logs into myAIESEC, what he should do first is go to My Experience. Okay. And then you have here an option under My Experience, which is the programs and phases. And your EP here has the option to take Global Internship Program or take Global Community Development Program. So it depends on if that EP is a Global Citizen intern or a Global Talent intern. So let's pretend that this person was recruited for a Global Citizen and wants to go on a volunteering internship abroad. So evidently she's going to choose Take Global Community Development Program. So once she chooses the Take Global Community Development Program, she is going to be confronted with a personal profile, which includes a lot of information that she needs to fill in. Actually, the first time she is going to see this EP form, these blue links here, they will have red asterisks. But my EP form does not have this because, as you know, I already went on a GCDP, so all of this information is already filled in. So when the EP goes, for example, to personal information, it's going to have a lot of fields. That person only needs to select edit. Okay, and when the EP has finished filling in this information, the EP goes back, and the information will only be complete if it does not have a red asterisk. So she can only she can only press this button, generate form, once there are no red asterisks left. Okay, so be sure to do that, because if that person generates a form, there's going to be an error, and the form will be automatically rejected. And this is a common mistake that happens, and then EPs get confused because they don't understand why they don't have access. So just make sure that that person has filled in all the form. Okay. So actually, the EP has to select his committee. Actually, this is my home committee. I don't know why it's still here. But this is the home committee that that person is registered to. So when they selected registered here, they selected their home committee, and that will be also available here. So I have the option of choosing my home committee because I did a GCDP and I was a team member and a team leader there, or I can choose Sweden and then yeah, because I'm in the MC, I have Sweden and not a specific local committee. Okay. Okay, so what happens next? So once your EP has filled in all the information, he selects generate form. So I'm not going to do this right now because that would mean I would be doing a race, okay? But once that EP generates form, they're going to receive their EP code. So for those of you who have seen an EP code before, it goes something like, let me get an example. I can get you my own my experience. So you see, this is an example of a TN code actually, but EP codes are exactly the same. So I'm going to explain why EP codes are this complicated. It's actually very simple to understand why they're like this. So for TNs you have TN, for EPs you have EP. Then it's the actual the original this IN actually stands for internship. So it's TN or EP internship. This IN always appears. Then it's the country where this TN or EP is at. So this TN is in India. Then it's the local committee. Here BA stands for AIESEC in Bangalore. Then it's the year where this TN or EP has been raised. And then it's a specific a specific number, which is the number of TN or number of EP that this corresponds to. So actually, now I hope that you see TN and EP codes with other eyes because they're actually really simple to understand. Okay, so let's just go back. So your EP has clicked on generated form and has had his EP EP code. Okay, so what does that person do now? Or what happens now? Does anyone have an idea? Incest? What the fuck, Arno? Okay. Anyway, has to be approved by the MC. Okay. So yes, exactly. So actually, once this happens, the EP form needs to be officially raised. So actually, your EP has the EP code, but it hasn't been raised yet. Okay. So what needs to happen exactly? It's what Emmanuel said. The EP is new. So once your EP has had his EP code, he tells you what his EP code is, and you have to report back to me so that I transform the EP into an available form. Once your EP is available, he is officially raised and can start to get matched. Awesome. So once, so how to make sure that we are keeping contact and that they are available or new? Again, using the tool that I presented yesterday, the EP pool, and also warning me by email that you need that person to change their status. But don't forget to complete the EP pool because then it's really easier to store this kind of information. Because never forget, OGX is a process, and when you're dealing with processes, you have to be as methodic as possible. Awesome. So once the EP is set to available, he can now go to he can now go to connect and view internship opportunities. So this is the part where your EP can start browsing whatever internships he or she wants to see. So this is very interesting. This very complicated format to observe. So the first warning I always send out to you guys is the earliest start date. Okay. So here you have the earliest start date between 6th of February 2014 and 6th of February 2015. So when this is very important, please pay attention. When you're filling in the earliest start date, don't forget that even if your EP only wants to start his or her project, let's say on the 1st of December, don't put earliest start date on the 1st of December, because the project that that person is applying to can actually start before that. Especially when you're talking about GCDP, don't forget that projects may already be ongoing when your EP goes, because your EP wants to go for 6 weeks, but the project is actually 4 months long. So it started in October, but it won't appear on your search results because you selected 1st of December as your earliest start date. So always be careful when informing your EP about when to put your earliest start date, okay? So if your EP can only go until the 1st of December, actually the 1st of December should be the second date that you put and not the first one, okay? So please keep that in mind. What I usually do is put the earliest date at least 4 months before the EP goes. And if the first projects that appear aren't really interesting or important, just scroll to the next pages until you get to the projects that are really starting or are happening during December, because that's when your EP wants to go. Awesome. So once you have set the earliest start date, what your EP can do is he can also filter results by country. So if your EP already has an idea of the countries he would want to go, he can just go to Show Committee, and he can choose whole countries or simply specific committees. So since your EPs are not acquainted with the specific committees, I wouldn't advise you to do that. They will obviously want to choose whole countries. Okay, so let's imagine that I want to go to South America. So I choose Argentina, I choose Brazil, and I choose Chile, because these are the areas that I would like to go. Awesome. Once I have chosen the countries, I also have to go here, make sure that the type that is selected is TN, because we're dealing with EPs that are searching for TNs and not for projects that are searching for EPs. So always leave this as it is, TN. Then select Global Community Development Program as your program, because this simulated EP specifically wants to go on a volunteering internship abroad. So this you can leave. These are specific parameters by which you can filter your search results. But again, usually I do not put this because I think it's very restrictive of the projects that you're going to get, okay? So let's just leave it like this for a timekeeping sake. And we can finally put search. So we have here a lot of results, 2,185 projects that have appeared for Brazil, Chile, and Argentina between the dates that we have chosen. Once your EP has access to this, he can simply select here the TN code for that project, and a window will pop up with all the information about the project. So here is another very important point. Make sure that your EP has read through everything, okay? And when I mean everything, I mean everything, because these TN forms, they state for example, if the project has accommodation, if the project has food guaranteed. So if your EP starts complaining when he arrives like for example, this person arrives in Brazil, and the TN form said that they didn't include accommodation, and then your EP is really like angry because he doesn't have accommodation. Well, he didn't read the form, and it may also come as something that is your fault because you didn't tell him to read the... Yes, exactly. It's what Arno said. Most of them seem to read it. Actually, we had a problem this summer with an EP from Lund who arrived in her internship, and she was requested to give a small fee for her accommodation. She was really angry and reported back to Lund, but actually then I consulted her TN form, and it actually said that she had to pay that small fee for her accommodation. So it was her own fault for not having consulted the conditions and terms of her TN form. So this TN form is golden, okay? Don't forget. That's why it's so long. It's not long to bore your EPs. It's because it has all the information on their project. Also, one thing that I have come to learn is if you see that a TN form is not really informative, then just ignore it, because usually it's someone, if the person that raised that TN did not have the patience to go through it, then it's someone who will not have the patience to service your EP. So just forget about it. Okay, so now your EP has consulted a lot of projects, and he sees that he actually wants to get more information on this particular project. So what he can see here is the email of the person that has raised this TN. So your EP can freely contact TN managers, but remember that this is only you can actually adopt different strategies, as I have told before, of how to manage your EPs when they're in the matching process. So you can either state to your LC committee that to your LC that your strategy will be self-matching, and that your EP has full freedom to freely talk to whomever he wants, to send his own EPIN when he wants to, or you can have an EP buddy that manages that TN and that does the contacts for him. So this is a strategy that you need to define for your own LC. But basically, you have to contact this person if you want to get more information, or also if your EP is certain that he really wants this project, also to set up a Skype meeting with this person, so that they can clearly see that this person can get matched. Okay, so never forget this step of the process. And this is awesome. So I have good news for you. For OGX as a sending entity, we're actually almost over, because once the EP has had that Skype meeting with that specific person and is certain that he wants that internship, he can send the EPAN. And as you know, as it was explained on day one, if he gets a TNAN back from that project to which he sent the EPAN, then he is officially matched. And from there on, it's actually the ICX department of the committee to which he is going to do with the project that takes care of the rest. So matching and realization on the system is something that is administered by the ICX team of the hosting entity. So actually, guys, yes, we are all done with an OGX process on my AIESEC.net. Yay! So I want everyone to make sure that all of these steps are really clear for you. If everything is clear to you, I want you to write hashtag, oh my God, hashtag Manny is going away tomorrow. I'm so sad.
Whoa.
It's a challenge, but you'll manage. Robert says, wait. So if you don't have a question, hashtag Manny is going tomorrow to Taiwan. I am so sad.
I'm happy. Guys, I'm happy.
What about that silly button at the bottom of the page, says Robert. Robert, do you mean this one? Matchability notification? Oh, apply here. Okay, oh, here. Okay, so this apply here button is actually meant as a built-in for the system to be more externally oriented. So actually your EP can go here, and he can simply, if he doesn't feel like sending an email to this person, he can simply put apply here, and that there's a notification that is sent to this email that your EP has actually applied to that internship. So this is actually something that was made because we identified a problem, which was your EP had to send emails, like personalized emails, different emails to these people. And it was like stupid for EPs to go into that much trouble when they could just have a button that says apply. And then the TN managers had the responsibility to go and talk with your EPs. Can the EP apply for more after he pressed that button? Okay.
It's a long process.
Okay. So that's a good question, Robert. I actually am going to be very honest with you. In terms of GCDP, I do not have, I can't tell you for sure. But for GIP, actually, when he applies, his profile, his EP profile is put on hold until the TN manager, has decided if that person can be matched or not. So my suggestion for you is that you don't use the apply button. Okay, contact the person directly on their email so that your EP can actually send out emails to loads of people. Susanna, there was a bug, so they could only apply for one before, but they can apply for many now. Okay, Susanna, thank you for giving me that information.
Some forms also have applied here within the
Yes.
GQ for
Yes,
GPs,
exactly.
and that is directly linking them to a web form.
Exactly. Okay, so actually, Francis is reminding me of something very important. Some of these TN forms actually have GEPs, but also I also have, and also GCDPs. I also have some GCDPs. So actually, some GPs, GIPs, and some GCDPs can have a built-in application form. For example, here you actually see here one. Do you want to apply for the project? Fill in this form. Or there are also built-in buttons that say apply here, to which your EPs can apply, okay? But usually it's what I said. If you have a doubt about this, it's better just to use the email of the TN manager. I actually think it's the old method and it's the best method, honestly. Okay, sorry, we have a lot of questions. So Robert, I hope that is clear with the button. But it's exactly what you said. Like for always for GEPs, the profile is on hold, so it is blocked. For GCDPs, they can, and normal regular GIPs, they can apply multiple times. But again, in doubt, I say just use the email of the TN manager. Okay. Okay, awesome. So, Susanna, isn't it like 3 per week for GIP and 1 if it's a global partner? Yes, it's possible. No, it's 1 and it's on hold. Exactly. Susanna is right. So, it's for GPs, as I told you, if your EPs apply, like honestly, the EPs that you're gonna recruit, they're not really. I don't really know if they're gonna be like matchable for GEPs, because usually, exactly, usually for GEPs we need people with some sort of AIESEC experience. Like you already know that in Husqvarna and Electrolux here in Sweden, most of our EPs are people that were on AI, that were MCVPs, so people that have extensive experience within the organization. And so it's so as I was saying, if someone applies for using the apply button for a GEP, his profile is put on hold until he gets an answer from the raising entity, and if it's a GIP, 3. And then Susanna, maybe you've already had experience with these buttons, because actually it's something that only appeared last term, and I wasn't OGX at the time. But you can confirm this, please. And GCDP, it's as much as you want, right? Yes, awesome. Okay, so GEP once, GIP 3, and GCDP as many as you want. Okay. Okay, so I think everything is sawa. Sawa. So we are done for this section of my AIESEC. I hope you understood everything. Again, once you will go through the process, probably questions will pop up, and we're always available to answer them for you.
Always available. Yes. Always, people.
Guys, we are now going for a very this is embarrassing because Joanna is going to see that I misspelled her name, but guys, now we're moving on to a second platform, which is the amazing and very elusive ORS, online registration system. So as you remember from the first day of recruitment, I told you that there are 3 different ways to get subscriptions, to get online subscriptions. And one of them, so all the subscriptions that are made on www.AIESEC.org go to a place called ORS, which is our online registration system. So I want you to type in manage.AIESEC.org. This is the website for ORS. And once you type that in, you will get a login menu like this one. So actually, now you don't have permission, and that is exactly what I'm going to give you now. So like yesterday, I will ask you to give me 5 minutes to give registration rights to everyone, like I did for the Google spreadsheet yesterday for the recruitment tracker. So I'm just going to log in. I'm going to log in, and here I have a top toolbar, and I'm going to go directly to setup so I can give you guys administration rights. And actually, when you have team leaders or members that are going to be responsible for recruitment, if you feel that they should have the right to come and see the subscriptions for your LC, then by all means, do come and give them also administration rights like I'm going to give you now. Okay, so I'm going to go here to the administration users and teams, and I'm going to create users for you guys. You might see here some names that are familiar to you guys, because these are people that were in the organization last year. I actually already have cleared out most of them. I just didn't clear out Rebecca because it was the initial email from where I was doing all the operations. But I left a few members that are still active in the organization. Okay, so basically these people all still have rights to go into the system. If you feel that these people should not have, the people from your LC should not have registration rights, administrative privileges, then by all means tell me and I will remove those privileges from them, okay? But for now, I'm going to add you guys that are here as users. So, ooh, we have a lot of people that have left. They got bored. So, first of all, Joanna. Woohoo! Elkelund, yay! So, Joanna is going to come in as Lund. So, for example, Joanna, now she's going to get an email at her AIESEC.net to end her registration, to begin her registration on RS. So I'm going to ask you to follow that through. So, Susanna, you already have access. You remember your password, right? Awesome. Who else is here? Michael. Oh, okay. So I'm going to add Michael. Linköping. Robert. Awesome. And who else is here? And that's it. Oh, Emmanuel, I'm also going to give you. Awesome, guys. So please follow through the registration. I hope I haven't forgotten everything. Awesome. So you got now an email to complete your registration on ORS. So I'm going to go through. If you think I'm going too fast because you still haven't managed to log into ORS, please let me know. But I'm going to, for time-saving purposes, I'm also going to continue with this presentation. So when you log into ORS, you come into the dashboard. So the dashboard is a main overview of all of the subscriptions that you have. And we have here a very disturbing image, which is we have 683 subscriptions on this platform. So okay, it's true that I am an MC super user on this platform, so this means that the whole of Sweden has 683 subscriptions. But I do remind you that last term there was no education like this for ORS, and the committees did not use ORS as much as we would like to. So actually, a lot of these subscriptions were never picked up or were never contacted. Okay, anyway, so once you enter this dashboard, you have a top toolbar which says Content, Data, OP, MC Site, Analytics, Setup. Okay? So, whoa. So honestly, since ORS is going to end soon, I am just going to go through the basics. I'm not going to run through the whole platform because that might be, you can venture out on yourself. You can explore it by yourself. But I'm going to just want to retain, for you to retain the essentials of this platform, which is the dashboard and this button here that says data. So once you come to data, you can access the student ORS. So this means all of the students that have subscribed on www.AIESEC.org for your committee. Okay. So second thing is that okay, so here I have people from all over Sweden, but usually you will have people from your LC. So I'm so sorry that LC Stockholm is misspelled here. This is AI's fault, not ours. But unfortunately, sorry, Arnaud, since you are representative of Stockholm. But it's like this. Okay, so what to do now? Okay, so here is the tricky part. You can also access it from the dashboard. So you go to dashboard, you go to all open subscriptions. And for example, Stockholm sees that they have here a subscription. And actually the subscription was done 2 days ago. So you see that subscriptions, they keep falling on ORS, even if we are not actively promoting www.AIESEC.org. So always remember that these subscriptions, if you don't take care of them, they will disappear forever. So once you have come to LC Stockholm, Arnaud, for example, he can access this specific form. So this form tells you a lot of information that were in the application, in the subscription form on www.AIESEC.org. And here you have a student from Endicott College. I don't even know what that is. And he's an undergraduate in commerce. He was born in 1992. He has here his phone. Yes, he's from the US. So clearly this person, okay, this subscription will be discarded because this person is clearly lost in his life. But let's use a real example of a subscription that was successful. For example, this girl, Melody Trin from Lund. Okay, she has a hotmail.se account, so she's an actual real. So this girl is from Lund University. And here you have her phone number, her email, so all the information that is needed for you. Exactly. So my question is, where exactly do you put this information of this person that just subscribed? Joanna, since this is an EP from Lund, an EP. Is it an EP? I didn't see it. Yeah, this EP. So she's no, it doesn't say her. It doesn't say her. Oh, it does. Okay, so this person applied for GCDP. So what exactly do you do with the subscription, Joanna? It's so menacing to direct questions directly at people. Don't feel threatened. Okay, so you have to approve it. No, the only question, the only actual answer that I wanted for you to give me is actually you go to your Google spreadsheet, to your amazing Google spreadsheet, which is called Recruitment Tracker, which is the recruitment tracker. In this case, we go to Lund's recruitment tracker, for example, and whomever. Okay, no worries, no worries. So, so if you see that you have this subscription, Melody Trin, you actually go to the Lund recruitment tracker. You go to OGX subscriptions, since you see that it was a GCDP subscription, and you put her information here. And so the whole LC is informed that they need to contact this person, and that somebody should be responsible for contacting and for going through the whole process with this subscription. Okay, so this is how you ensure that the subscription doesn't get lost, and that you do your LC does your best to go through the whole process with your EP. Same for TM, since you have the TM subscriptions in another tab. Okay, so one thing that might happen is you may have subscriptions that are people that have subscribed for both GCDP, GIP, and TMP. So this is a decision that you need to do with your EB. Where do these subscriptions go? My big suggestion for you for this first recruitment is that if you have someone that has subscribed for all 3 programs, then capitalize them for TMP. Because if they want to go on a GCDP and GIP, they will probably want to go on December or January or even in the summer. So they have the opportunity to be a member of the organization before. So this is my suggestion to you. It's exactly like this, how we did it in our LC. We always capitalize these people for team member program. Okay. So this is actually all the basic all the basic information that I wanted to transmit to you from ORS. It's just going here to the dashboard, going to open subscriptions, and really making sure that you have consulted all the subscriptions from your LC. And I have a big surprise for you guys. Our amazing MCVP TM, Pope Francis, he has done a big favor, and he actually has compiled all the subscriptions for all LCs from the 31st of May to, when did we consult them? Till the end of June, because we were still at Recera at the time. So until from the 31st of May to the end of June, we have all the subscriptions compiled for you. We will send them tomorrow with the outputs. So you have all the recent subscriptions. Now you're asking, why only from the 31st of May? Well, honestly, a subscription that has been done before the 31st of May, it was done in a different school year. It has been done such a long time ago that I really don't think that you're going to get anything out of that subscription. Also, it sends out a really bad image that you're only consulting that subscription like 3 months later. Okay, so we will send tomorrow all of these emails for you if you want to do something with them, because we know that you simply did not have the access to consult these subscriptions up to now. But guys, very important, from now on, this is all up to you. So if a subscription is lost, this is on your LC and it is not on the MC, okay? So please make sure that from now on you consult your LC subscriptions, because this is an LC responsibility and not the responsibility of the MC, okay?
Quite frankly, if you guys actually really work on converting and contacting the people that sign up on our ORS or on our with the subscriptions, quite frankly, I'm very sure that you would not even need to do any on-campus promotions to be able to recruit quite a number of people, because these individuals are constantly writing us or subscribing, and we have to make it a point to at least contact them to find out about the intentions for the organization. So please make it a point to ensure that you at least stay in contact with them.
Okay, so Zara has a question. Is there any way to get notifications whenever there is a new subscription? That is one of the questions I asked when I began my LCVP term. Very interesting. No, unfortunately, Zara, there is not a notification. So you need to define who is going to check the subscriptions on ORS and from what time to what time. Okay. Unfortunately. But guys, after presenting these two very complicated platforms, I want to give you a big goodie, which is amazing. gis.isec.org. And I'm just going to show you, you can actually do a pre-registration on GIS. Whoops. And watching a bit of this amazing new platform that is going to completely kill off my AIESEC. Look, guys, how amazingly pretty it is.
Ooh, we want myAIESEC.net.
It's so beautiful, guys. So actually, you can do a pre-register and you can actually explore the site. Do keep an open mind, because since the website hasn't been launched yet, it does have a lot of bugs still. So there are a lot of functions that still don't exist or that are still in construction. So keep an open mind if you do want to explore GIS. But remember that this is the future. And we actually already have a death date for my AIESEC.
No.
And I feel that you guys should know. So guys, on the 22nd of October, myAIESEC.net is going to die. So even if you're like Francis, Kweku, Ansah, and even if you're like Francis and you're in love with my AIESEC, actually, even if you want it or not, on the 22nd of October, you're not going to have a choice. You're going to have to transit to myAIESEC.net. To GIS, sorry. It's like Gmail, actually.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, so amazing. So if you want to explore GIS, you also have this availability. And I'm happy to announce to you, actually, I should have had a meeting with our amazing NST, Susanna, today. Unfortunately, sorry, Susanna, I could not have, I didn't have it because our Pendle tag was, I don't know, it was crazy. It wasn't appearing. It was simply not showing up. So we kind of arrived late, and that is why we also started this webinar 5 minutes late. Okay. Yes, the train company needs a new piece.
Yes, they do.
Let's open up ICX attack. Okay, guys. So this is basically the knowledge that we wanted to transmit to you guys today. So I know that some LCs are not present here, but we actually, with the outputs that we're going to publish today, we are going to give administration rights to the other VPs on your EB. So please, but just the recruitment EBs, VPs, and the LCP, so that it's not confusing at first. So, like, if your VPs start being confused and not knowing what it is, be sure to give them a small explanation, just so that they aren't confused on what the hell is happening. Okay. Awesome. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions regarding these two platforms, myAIESEC and ORS. If everything is clear to you, please write.
Sawa sawa.
Please just write #sawa. Emmanuel has a question. After we shift to GIS, will we still have our AIESEC.net IDs after we stop using my AIESEC.net? Our AIESEC.net IDs. That is a good question, Emmanuel. Well, since you have to do a new registry on GIS, I think you will lose your AIESEC ID. Do we?
Yeah, but we don't have that information right now.
We don't have that information right now, Manuel. So I'm not going to pretend that I don't know something that I know something I don't know. So Emmanuel, this is something that I probably will be able to give you more insights on after I see. So after the platform has actually been launched. But like I think that the data is going to be migrated, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. Robert asks, we will receive the ORS subscriptions on email. Robert, unfortunately not. This is a problem with ORS, is that it does not send any notifications to your email. So you actually have to be proactive and go to the website to consult the subscriptions, okay? So if you have been more than like 5 days without consulting ORS during a recruitment, it means that perhaps you're letting too much time pass by and that you should go and um, see the things. So Robert says that he found only one after 31st of May. Yes, that is also possible. So I do remind you that this will not be our primary source of subscriptions, but it's just for you to know how to use ORS if you do want to consult the subscriptions. But as always, I like to remind that ORS is going to also cease to exist because ORS is going to be integrated into GIS. Just like my AIESEC.net, it's going to die as well. Okay? Awesome. Oh yeah, so as I was saying for GIS implementation, so it's kind of, I know that it might sound quite frustrating to get to know all these platforms like 3 months before they cease to exist. But as I told you, for this recruitment, we will still be using this platforms. But for GIS implementation, your amazing NST information management, Susanna, and I will be working on a plan to be sure that you guys are fully prepared to transition to GIS when the time comes, okay? But honestly, I think that we're an entity with a lot of newies, a lot of people that are learning these platforms, so it won't be a problem for you at all to shift to this new generation of GIS. Also because GIS is a really good-looking platform with good visuals and very user-friendly, so I think that there won't be any real problems to this. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Okay. So I think that everything is clear for us today. I don't know if anyone has any other questions. So if you feel completely sure and secure about these two platforms, please write hashtag I'm done with webinars.
Robert, you're not allowed to write that since we have a date. So please don't write that.
I'll clear for Manuel. Awesome. Done. Okay. Awesome, guys. So I'm glad I am done with webinars. Awesome, guys. So I hope that now you understand better how to use the how to use the systems. Yes, at least the basics on it, and as I told you, it will all come to you naturally, or if not, just ask us. So this is it for the webinars, and I will try to compile everything by today and send it to you guys, okay, with a little summary of what was discussed, because your EP, they're going to be showered with tools and with tools and registration for ORS, and they will be quite confused. So I do hope that you give them a helping hand in understanding all of these things. Okay, guys, so this is it. And with this, we say goodbye to you.
Yes, and Robert, please add me on Skype so that immediately after this, we continue and then I help you out with your problem. So add me with Francis.Kweku, Kweku, Kweku dot Ansah, ANS.
Okay, Francis will type it, Robert. And Sarah, don't forget that you have a meeting with me. Awesome. Okay, guys. So this is it. And thank you so much for coming, and goodbye.